Equivalent fractions. Rulers often have marks for inches, 1/2, 1/4, and 1/8. Fractions that represent the same value are called equivalent fractions. Notice that 1/2 inches, 2/4 inches, and 4/8 inches all name the same length. You could also visualize it like in a pie, and you could see that 1/2 is the same as 2 1/4 or 4 1/8. So that means 1/2, 2/4, and 4/8 are all equivalent fractions. Finding equivalent fractions. Find two equivalent fractions for 6/8. So in the first drawing we have 6/8 shaded, and then we multiply it by the simplest form is 3/4, which is the last figure, and then if you multiply 3/4 times 3, you will get 9/12. So 9/12 is also an equivalent fraction of 6/8. Now find two equivalent fractions for 10/12. So 10/12, the first drawing is 10/12. The second drawing is the simplest form, which is 5/6. And if you multiply 5/6 times 3, you will have 15/18. So they are all equivalent fractions. Multiplying and dividing to find equivalent fractions. Find the missing number that makes the fractions equivalent. Number 1, we have 2/3 that equals to something 18. So what do you have to do to 3 to get 18? That means you multiply it by 6. So if you also multiply 2 times 6, it will be 12. That means that 2/3 is the same as if you have 12 18s. Number 2, if you have 70 100ths, that's a figure with 70 squares shaded out of 100. And it's the same as if you have 7 watts. That means you multiply that 70 by 10. So if you also multiply that 100 by 10, that would be 7/10. It's the simplest form. So 70 100ths is the same as 7/10. Writing fractions in simplest form. Every fraction has one equivalent fraction that is called the simplest form of the fraction. A fraction is in simplest form when the greatest common factor of the numerator and the denominator is 1. Write each fraction in simplest form. So if we have 18 24ths, we can divide both numbers by 6, and it will be 3/4. You cannot divide anymore by the same number, so that means 3/4 is the simplest form. And then for number 2, 10 35ths, we can multiply both numbers by 5. So it will be 2 7ths. You cannot divide anymore, so that means 2 7 is the simplest form. And 8 9ths, we can divide 8 9ths by the same number, so that means it's already in simplest form. So the answer is 8 9ths. So this will be all for this lesson. Don't forget to do the process and your worksheets. Any question you have, you can send me a message. Take care. Bye.